Hey folks, this is John from smallformfactor.net with this week's Small Talk. On this episode we'll be talking Intel working with AMD on a new product, Cryorig finally releasing their Taku to the retail market, and some new features on our forum. Stay tuned. This episode of Small Talk is brought to you by our community forum. Our subscribers help us do what we do best, and that's talking about small form factor products. Check it out in the link in the description below. Earlier in the year, we heard that Intel had signed a technology sharing agreement with AMD. There's many people speculating as to what this could be. This could be Intel putting their Radeon graphics into their processors. It could be basically Intel working towards buying Radeon Group out. However, finally seeing fruit of the labours of the two groups working together, and that is a multi-chip module based on the Vega architecture and Intel's Coffee Lake. Now this is not exactly a high-end product, but it's more designed for thin and light laptops and other mobile devices. A multi-chip module is basically a small PCB with multiple chips on it, hence the name. This one will be based on a 14nm Coffee Lake processor, as well as some HBM2 memory, and a 14nm Radeon Vega processor. What this could be used for, at the moment we're not 100% sure. However, there have been teaser shots of an Intel NUC with this particular module on the motherboard. Interestingly though, this NUC is only slightly smaller than Mini ITX, so around about the size of Mini STX, which is strange because these form factors already exist. So I don't know why Intel is releasing yet another form factor, but only time will tell. This may only be a prototype unit. Next up, Cryorig is finally releasing the Taku to the retail market. A couple of years ago at Computex 2016, we saw photos of the first generation prototype and we were quite intrigued, as Cryorig is not really known as a case company. In fact, this is the first product they will be releasing to market as a case. Further iterations of the prototype were worked on over the following year, and at Computex 2017 we got to see the Taku in person, and I can say firsthand, it's a really nice chassis. However, the Kickstarter behind the product failed and we weren't sure if we were ever going to see this product come to market. Cryorig has now revealed that the product will be hitting markets in early to mid-December in the Japanese, United States and Taiwanese markets. A couple of days ago, Cryorig sent out a press release saying that the Taku was now going to be available on the retail market from early to mid-December. However, it's only going to be first released in the United States, Japan and Taiwan. Taiwan I can understand being the spiritual home of the Taku. Cryorig is based in Taiwan. United States is a large market. However, Japan is a bit of a strange one. I can kind of understand this though, because Japan is all about their small form factor, being quite the crowded nation. All original Kickstarter backers will be given the option to pre-order the case, and as a bonus for pre-ordering, they will receive a free Cryorig C7 CPU cooler, which we have tested as quite the performer. It's great to see that Cryorig has gone ahead with releasing the Taku to the market after the failed Kickstarter, and it'll be interesting to see what effect this has on the market. The Taku itself is quite an innovative product, using extruded aluminium as well as CNC milled wood. The case itself is actually manufactured by Lian Li, and going by the prototype hands-on we had at Computex 2017, it is a very high quality. Now, the case is launching within a suggested retail of $299 US, which is a little extreme. However, at this point, I would consider it to be within the realms of the current indie market, so the Encase M1, the NFC S4, etc., etc. And finally, some news from our own forum. We've added a couple of subsections to our forum to kind of grab a hold of different markets that we've seen on the forum. First up, we've got a new eGPU subforum for discussing, eGPUs. eGPUs are a growing market, and there are members on our forum who are looking to capitalize on this with new products based on the small form factor ethos. On top of this, we've also released a Hackintoshin subforum. Now this is pretty self-explanatory for those in the know. However, it is the art of building your own system based on certain hardware to run the Apple operating system. It's an interesting subgenre of computing where a lot of designers and people who rely on Apple software don't want to have to purchase Apple products or want something that performs better than Apple products. So people build their own, and we're now embracing that with our new Hackintoshin software. Thank you for joining us for this week of Small Talk. In the coming week, we will have a review going live of a couple of brand new Noctua coolers, as well as some other content that I can't really reveal yet. However, feel free to join us in the forum, like and subscribe if you haven't already, and thank you for watching.